When a straight-line windstorm came through our area knocking down large clusters of trees, it presented me with the opportunity to gather a large amount of firewood in a short amount of time. So much, in fact, that it would take more than just my wheelbarrow and some sweat to move that amount of wood. I wanted to do a video on this Polar Mesh trailer. For those people out there that live in rural areas like me where they're not able to go to a big store like a Menards, Lowe's, a Home Depot, something like that would carry this, in a showroom. You know, you can see it put together, you can get the feel of it, you know, the thickness, how sturdy it is. I kind of took a chance on this, buying this online through northerntools.com. And it's paid off. I've been pretty happy with it. It's narrow enough to get through the areas that I need to squeeze through where my pickup can't get in. So this is my primary moving tool. Say I cut something like this back in the woods, I can load it in this trailer and then just move it to my splitter and pickup and load it and go from there. I cut wood not as a professional, but it's my primary heat source in the winter. I burn wood, I have a wood furnace, so gathering wood's pretty important. Having this as a tool, it's pretty handy. One of my favorite things about this trailer is the removable rails. They just pop right out. They fit into slots here and here. They're all removable, so I can work on either side depending on what side of the splitter I pull in. It comes out as simply as that. There's also it makes life a lot easier. I can load fairly quickly. But even with this railing move, you know, it gives you that flexibility. Now I don't have to lift over that. I can continue to load this. I haven't really pushed it too much. You know, it's supposed to carry 1,400 pounds, but I don't want to max it and break it, you know. It's not worth testing its abilities that way, but you know, all I gotta do is haul it to the truck. That's a decent load on there. That's some hardwood that is not dried. You know, it's not seasoned at all. That's fresh cut, so it's pretty heavy. But you can see it's solid as a rock. These tires are pretty much bulletproof. I run over sticks and stumps, little sharp pieces that I've cut off, trimming out little trails to get through. But I'm quickly finding my other favorite feature of this is how low this deck is. I just wanted to demonstrate here. You set it on the edge and you can just lift it just like that and give it a roll. It makes loading much easier. And you don't want to throw your back out when you're my age. This side rail has been a concern of mine. Hasn't been an issue. Has not been an issue. Bringing this up on this rail, and it's been plenty sturdy. This has been 2 weeks of logs this size, and there's very little effort that way. And that works for the larger logs too. The larger pieces like this guy. As long as I have room to swing it, look at that. Sits right there where I can get under it, and just the turning motion. Another nice feature of this trailer is it's got a tilt and swivel, and it's got a foot pedal that releases it. This is the mechanism that disengages the trailer and the dump. You can use your foot on it or by hand. and it just dumps the trailer. So I could roll one of those bigger logs out if I needed to. It also swivels, and it's built for that on the axle down here. Now the advantage to that is my splitter also tilts. So say I have a log I can't lift without straining myself, I would be able to tilt the splitter, pull the trailer up, dump it near there, you know, wherever I needed it to go, work it over this way, to the point in the season where I'm kind of acclimated to lifting the heavier logs, so that hasn't really been an issue. I think this is the weakest point of this whole trailer, is this slide, because these channels are so thin. This flimsy little metal here. I saw another video where a guy had a similar U-Trax, but he had to do all kinds of welding and everything. I don't know what he's been using it for. I just don't want this bending out, but I think with a little care it should be fine. Forward, and I've been keeping the rails in when I've not been babying this thing. I haven't been abusing it, but I haven't been babying it either. That little trailer helped me haul all these two large rows, and these last two rows. I'm out of places to put wood. I'm gonna have to start giving it to the neighbors. So in summary, for the amount of time I've used this, I could recommend this trailer. It's pretty sturdy. I think, you know, the strongest points are the removable rails. And they're fairly strong. I actually ran over one of them today trying to back the four-wheeler up, but it didn't bend or anything. How light this thing is, it's very maneuverable. I mean, it's light. You can move it around any way you want without straining yourself. I often hook this up with one hand. I mean, you can really see how light it is. That comes in handy when you're trying to maneuver yourself into the woods, because single axle trailers are not the easiest to back. One thing you do have to watch for, and I've found this out a couple times now, is that if you catch a tire in a small branch or a stump or something, this will stretch it enough that this pops right off, and before you know it, your trailer will be sitting like that in the trail. I had to do it one time with a full load of wood, and then I had to do it just a couple days ago with an empty load. But I mean, that's something you got to watch out for. That's driver error. I've had this almost a month. I'm about three and a half weeks in with it, and you can see how much wood I've moved with it. You know, I'm really happy with it. I hope it continues to serve me well and make my life easier.